here because the iPad's here and I can see the chat better than I can on the screen. How's everybody doing on this Saturday afternoon? We have Hoosier, hello. And Amy, good. Hi, Amy, how are you? Adriana's here. Good to see you. And Mike, hello, Mike. South Texas Prepper STP, hello. Good to see everybody. Well, I want to start the live stream by saying thank you to the Yooper Girl Amy Smith, who sent me her Secret Valentine Coin. And let's see. It was actually very clever the way she sent it. Do it this way. Yeah, I don't want to show that. Okay. So, Amy sent me a card in this envelope, and she wrote, "Read first before opening the coin." And I won't show you the card under the camera, but sent a card. And inside was a clue that I won't read exactly because it has her family's name in it. But it said that there's a location, or referred to a location in Alabama, and that location had something to do with the coin, which was sealed in a separate envelope. And she asked to read that clue and try to figure out what the coin is. And it was after our poker game. So Brad was here and Charlie was here and Amy was here. And Brad, Charlie, and I figured out what it was. And this is what Amy sent me. It is a gorgeous Andrew Jackson American dollar coin. And this camera and the holder don't do it justice. Absolutely amazing. In the back. Yeah, it absolutely is neat. Oh, it's okay if you do. Okay. It had to do with a location known as Melton's Bluff it was Alabama, right, Amy? And there's a connection to Andrew Jackson and Melton's Bluff. If you want to know what it is, you can look it up. But yeah, if you know about these dollar coins, they tarnish really quickly, and they don't tarnish in a very pretty way. So this is an amazing coin, and it will become one of my favorites, or is one of my favorites. Have a special place in my collection. So that's neat. That is really neat. Hi, Hidden. How are you? So, Amy, thank you so much. That was a terrific choice on your part, and very clever with your clue. Let's see what. Oh, and I want to also show you. So that was from Amy. This came from Coin Dragon. Put my glove on for this because it's. In fact, I'm going to put this under the microscope. I got a 1906 Indian head cent. I don't know if you can see it on there. Yeah, I'll definitely show it into the microscope. All right, Hidden. Hey, thank you. There we go. So that is an Indian head cent that has to be in AU condition, if not better. And it has a lot of wood graining on it. Hey, Tomcat, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. See, I saw this on one of his auctions, and well, I saw it after the fact. And fortunately, he still had it, so pretty amazing. And the reverse is just as wood grained. I don't have a lot of wood grained coins, but I thought this one was pretty spectacular. Yeah, so that came from Coin Dragon. So thank you, Coin Dragon. And there are links to Amy's channel and to Coin Dragon's channel in the video description. Oh, and Coin Dragon also sent me this. I've never seen one of these. It's a silver bar, but it's 5 grams. I don't know why they'd make a 5-gram silver bar. Let me focus. But yeah, interesting as well. So thank you, Coin Dragon. Hey, there's Coin Dragon. How are you? Just showing off your Indian head scent that you sent me in the silver bar. David, how are you? Great to see you. Check back with the chat here. Adrian's giggling. Yeah. That's okay. It's all good. All right, what else? Actually, Amy, you are a fan of Canadian coins. In fact, I'm going to get my glasses on for this. I picked up a couple of tokens. I'll start with this one. There we go. Now, these are both from Lower Canada, which is pretty much where Quebec is. And this is a halfpenny token, so it's not an official coin of Canada because Canada, this is pre-Confederation. And this is called a Tiffin token because it was imported to Canada in the 1830s by, he was a merchant, I think he was a grocer in Montreal. And there was in the 1830s in Canada, just like in the United States, there was a shortage of coinage. And so he imported a bunch of these tokens from Great Britain. They're supposed to have the value of a halfpenny. And this is made of brass. So it has kind of a, maybe you can't pick it up on the camera, but it has sort of a yellowish tone to it. And the interesting thing is, for this token, it's dated 1812, but it was made in the 1830s. And that was because there was a law, well, for 2 reasons. First, there was a law in Great Britain that said you could not export tokens that were to Canada that were dated in the current date. So by having these minted with an 1812 date, they bypassed the law. And the other reason was this token is similar in design to a token that did circulate in Lower Canada in 1812. So the idea was people would be at least a little familiar with it. And yeah, there's a almost a comical representation of King George III. It looks like a turtle. Get some light on there, maybe. I don't know if that helps. So yeah, that's supposed to be King George III. And that is not Britannia, but it is a representation of Britannia. It's really a commerce token. So this represents commerce, and you can, well, there's that little pointer. You can see there's a ship in the background and the scales, and there's a cornucopia, and she's sitting on a bale of wool, I take it. So yeah, exactly, it's a knockoff of an earlier token. But they were in desperate need, and I guess there was money to be made by importing these tokens. So that's a neat one. I like that one. That's neat. So that's from the 1830s. The other Canadian token I acquired is here. Yep. Hi, John. How are you? Good to see you. Well, here's the other token, and that is the classic depiction of Britannia. So there's the shield and the trident in her left hand, and she's holding the olive branch. And on this side, it has a very American, I think, design to it. Let me bring down the exposure. Let's see if that'll help. Oh, probably not. But this is dated 1813, and this actually did circulate in 1813. And in fact, let me put it under the microscope. I can be able to see this better. So this token was made in 1813, but it was also imported and reminted in the 1830s for that same reason. And you can kind of see on Britannia, you see there are definitely some scratches. This is a scratch. And that's a scratch. But those aren't scratches. Those are impressions of the Britannic shield. And you can see up there. And on the other side, you can see things like well, to the left of the claw, you can see something there. Looks like a B and an I, or maybe it's a 1 and an 8. And then if you go down to here, you can see the and sign, an L, it could be an H, and on the eagle, you can see, looks like, I don't know if it's BE or PE, it could be PENNY, and there's something there. And that's because the original tokens that were minted in 1813 were overstruck over another token. So if you have this token and it has those overstrikes, then you know it's an original 1813 token. But I really got it, well, because it's interesting, but I thought the eagle was really interesting because it does look very American in its design. Hey, K what? How are you? Hope you're doing well. So yeah, that's, of the two Canadian tokens, I absolutely prefer the second one, the spread eagle token it's called, or it's called a Halliday token. Halliday was the man who engraved the dies. So there are those. And then I got this. I've had my eye on one of these for a while, but they're not the easiest things to find. And this is a Riksdollar, and that's Riksdollar stands for Royal Dollar. Hi Al, how are you? And this is a silver coin that is from, well, you can see the date there, 1649. It's from the Netherlands. And on the obverse, there's a pointer. There's a, I don't know, a knight or a warrior holding a sword and a shield, and he has a laurel on his head, so it's a victorious warrior. And this is the coat of arms of the Netherlands. And there's a legend on here. It's Latin. It's M-O-A-R-G. That's P-R-O. This one's hard to read. It's Confed. Then we have B-E-L-G. And then Z-E-L, which is Moneta Argentum Pro Confederatio Belgica Zealand. So it indicates that this is Moneta Argentum, silver money, pro from the Confederatio, the Confederation of the Belgian Kingdoms in Zealand. Because I'm not sure when it was, but before this date, the smaller nations in that area formed a confederacy. And they formed their own government and coinage and that sort of thing. It's a big coin. It's about the size of a silver dollar. Hello, Michael. How are you? Just looking at some coins I got recently. And here's the reverse. And so you can see well, it's a crown and a shield. And the separated date, 1649. And you have, again, Latin. It's Concordia Res, Parvae, Crescent, which is a concordance, unity coming together makes Res Parva small things, Crescent grow, flourish better. So yeah, that is neat, I think. Now, normally I don't, this, you probably noticed, it's one of the reasons why I got it is because it was a really great price. And I think it was a really great price because it is extra fine details, salt water damage. And usually I don't buy details coins, but this one definitely struck me. And yeah, the price was the really deciding factor because I got it for a really good price. And the salt water damage is really minimal. You don't see much of it. The only place I could really notice it, and it's kind of hard to see it here, but it's on the crown you can see a little bit of blurriness from that saltwater corrosion. But I think that also adds some interest because I wonder, okay, was this part of a shipwreck? Was this dropped by a sailor or a merchant on a beach somewhere, and where and when? So I don't know the history of it, but it spent some time in a saltwater environment. And still, nonetheless, it has XF details, and it has some interesting doubling in the legend. Like right here, you can see ARG has doubling. And another reason why I like this coin is because it is, from 1649. This is a coin that would have circulated, the type of coin that would have circulated, and would have been happily accepted by merchants in colonial North America and in the Caribbean in the 1600s, because the Dutch had colonies in New York. New Amsterdam was a Dutch colony. The Dutch settled all up the Hudson River Valley. They settled in much of New Jersey, Delaware, and parts of Connecticut. They sailed up the Connecticut River Valley and had some settlements there. They had outposts in Rhode Island. I think they had an outpost in Martha's Vineyard off the coast of Massachusetts. And they had colonies in the Caribbean, in Aruba, St. Martin's, Curacao. Those are all still Dutch possessions, I believe. So that's a neat piece of history, too. What else? What else? Oh, this was a coin that I got. You might know I have a proclivity for reals. Oh, I should check this. I'm sorry. I've been ignoring the chat. So Michael, you came in. Hi, Michael. I better go so I can get ready. Oh, thanks, Adriana. Thanks for stopping by. Zealand. Yep, Zealand, for which New Zealand was named. And let's see, I did good. You bought me that one. I did? I'll have to think about that, Carrie. Actually, Carrie, I said I'd send you some coins. I need your address. All right. Let's see. Oh, David, take care. Thanks for stopping by, David. So, yes, this is a 2 reals. It's from 1780, from King Carlos III, Charles III, de Gratia. And it is from the Mexico City Mint. And it is, I don't know, I guess I'd put it in very fine condition. Maybe even a little better, because you can see the plus ultra on the ribbons. That is definitely a high point. And when you can see that, the coin is in pretty good condition. And it's about the size, a 2 reals it's what our quarter in a way was based on, but this is about the size of a $50. So yeah, that's a neat coin. So I have another 1780 2 reals that, I don't know, might put up for, there's an upcoming auction. Speaking of that, M.A. Lyman, Mike Lyman, is sent out a notification on Facebook that he is going to be hosting a benefit auction in March, in early March, for someone in the metal detecting community and the relic hunting community who's facing some difficulties. And so I think I will probably put that other tutorials up for that auction along with some other things. But if you haven't, go visit Mike Lyman's stream, MALyman24, and I'm sure he will have some more information about that. And visit Mike's stream anyway, because it's a lot of fun. What else do I... This is the last one, I guess. Oh, do I have the... Well, we'll go with this one. This is not a terribly expensive coin. In fact, I should put this one under the microscope. Let me do that. I think you'll be able to see a bit more. Okay. Oh, Mike, you're still on here. Awesome. Mike, it's great that you're doing that. This is a coin from France, République Française. And I got this coin because it's a big coin. It's about the size of a $50, and it's bronze. But it is, I think it's gorgeous. It's really artistic. That female figure is called Marianne. She's the French depiction of liberty, and you see her a lot on coins from the French Republic, or the French Republics. When this coin was minted, I think it was the third. It was the third French Republic. France has gone from, well, from monarchies to republics to empires to Nazi occupation to the current republic, which is the Fourth Republic. But this would be the Third Republic. And again, it's really artistic. So we have, you know, Liberté, Égalité, Fraternity, Liberty, Equality, Fraternity in the general sense, Brotherhood and Sisterhood. And it's a 10 centime from 1906. And the reverse has a really nice, I think, depiction too. This female figure represents the French Republic, and she's protecting her child, which is the Third French Republic. And he's carrying the wheat to represent agriculture and the hammer to represent industry. And she's carrying a torch, kind of Statue of Liberty-esque, and an olive branch. But it's hard to find these in really nice condition, because these would have been a workhorse in the French economy back then. You do see them, but you see them really beaten up, and this one was in really nice, and is in really nice condition. So I took advantage of the opportunity and picked that up. So yeah, that's pretty neat. I know, very artistic. I wish our country made coins that were that artistic. And we do. We certainly make some, but it's a bygone age, definitely. Well, that is what I have for now. I do have some other coins, but I'm going to save those for another time. How long have we been on here? Oh, 20. Perfect. I thought this would be about a half-an-hour stream, and it looks like we'll just be there. How about a giveaway? Any interest in some free coinage? Let me show you what I have. Okay, there are 2 coins for the giveaway. This one, which has been cleaned, is a British half-crown. That certainly is circulated. And it's from 1918. And British coins that were minted before, well, British silver coins that were minted before 1920 are sterling silver. So this is a sterling silver half-crown. And the other coin is this, and I won't show you the reverse, but it's a George VI British ship halfpenny. So we'll do it this way. If you are interested in entering the giveaway, and you can be wherever, if you're overseas, that's fine. you need to guess the date of the British halfpenny. And it's King George VI. And I'll tell you, he was king from 1936 to 1952. So the date is from 1936 to 1952. First person to get it starting now gets it. Go. Between 1936 and 1952. Keep going. Frank, it's funny. One of the other coins I was going to show is a halfpenny from 1744 that I picked up. That'll be for next time. Oh, you're kind of bouncing all around there. No, I don't see it yet. (1936) and 1952. Let's see. You're getting close. One of the ladies is very close. Hey, Yooper Girl Amy Smith got it. $1939, and I'll prove it that it's, because when I first looked at it, I thought it was 1959, which it can't be because he was not king in 1959, but 1939. All right, Amy. Hey, congratulations. And you know what? I have your address right here, so you don't even have to send me your address, Amy. So congratulations, you got yourself a well-loved King George V, British half crown, and a George VI halfpenny. Yeah, I'll ship those out to you. Thanks. Well, thank you everybody for stopping by. And yes, please go to Mike Lyman's page and watch his video about the auction. And please visit and subscribe to everybody else. I'm just second guessing myself. I mean, Amy, you got it, but if somebody else happened to guess before you all. No, Amy got it first. All right, Amy. Excellent, excellent. And I hope everybody has a really good day. What's going on tonight? Manta Coin stream is on tonight. And Coin Dragon, might you be doing something tonight? All right, Al. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Oops, I put the halfpenny in the half crown. Flip. Thank you, Coin Dragon. And thank you, Mike. So let's see. All right, very good. Okay, well, certainly Mantic Stream tonight is one to visit, and I will see all of you later. Thanks for tuning in, and maybe next week or the week after, I'll have another stream to show you some other interesting coins that I managed to pick up. Oh, let's see. Yooper Girl had a question. Amy, what was your question? Are you still here? Let me go back and see. That will be my first half crown. Awesome. Just scrolling through the chat here. Amy, what was your question? Oh, I was just wondering if your website was up to date on the coins for sale. Honestly, I have not updated the website for a little while, but if they're on the website, send me an email. And I believe the last time I updated the site, all the coins were available. However, there may be one that I sent to someone. So I would say just send me an email and we can figure it out. But I think the vast majority are still available, and I think all of them are still available. Sound good? All right. Well, see you all later. Thanks for tuning in, and see you online.